What's up? What's up? Are you guys able to see me, hear me clearly? Hmm. I think yes. Finally, we are live now. Yeah. Can you guys give me a quick thumbs up if you are able to see me, hear me clearly? Audio, video, all okay? Hi, hi, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, hello. Really sorry, guys, for the delay. You know how tech is, right? All right. Hi, hi, hi. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I know. Stuff happens, but hey, we've bounced back. Let's go. So in CAT 2025 slot 1, we've already seen one easy, one doable set. Today we're going to look at the other one, which is based on round and round. That is your circular arrangements, right? So this set is based on circular arrangements and a little bit of puzzles involved in it, because it's not your standard circular arrangement question, but there is some puzzle involvement also there, right? So shall we have a quick look at it? Yeah, let's go. So this is the set. Now, some of you all might have seen this set before, because this is a PYQ, yeah, CAT 2025 slot 1. But for the ones who have not seen it, let's have a quick look at it together, yeah. So they're saying a round table has 7 chairs around it. Yes, round table has 7 chairs around it. The chairs are numbered 1 through 7 in a clockwise direction. So a circle is there. Yes, with numbers 1 through 7. Is the streaming okay, guys? You all are able to see me, hear me, right? There's no buffering, nothing. I can see some buffering happening. हो रही है ना? Yeah, buffering, it is buffering. Yeah. Give me 1 second, na? It is buffering on my screen also. I think it's okay now. Are we good to go? Yeah, okay, let's continue then. So 1 through 7 in a clockwise direction, the chairs are numbered, alright? They're saying they're 4 friends, Aslam, Bashir, Chavi and Davis, 4 friends, A, B, C, D, sit on 4 of the chairs. In the starting position, Aslam and Chavi are sitting next to each other, while Bashir as well as Davies, while for Bashir as well as Davies, there are empty chairs on either side of the chairs that they are sitting on. So they're saying what? That A and C are sitting next to each other. Okay, A and C are sitting next to each other. But the situation with Bashir and Davis, with B and with D, what's the situation? For B, the adjacent seats, right? Adjacent seats are both empty. Also for D, the adjacent seats are both empty. Okay, this is the situation. Okay. Now, when is this happening? This is happening in the starting position. Okay, this is happening in the starting position. Cool. Then, hi Kunal. All good, man. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Good to go? All right. Next, they're saying the friends take turns moving either clockwise or counterclockwise from their chair. So they're not stationary, right? They're not sitting in the chair idle. They are moving every round. Yes. How are they moving? The friend who has to move in a turn occupies the first empty chair in whichever direction she or he chooses to move. I think it's better if we have a look at it with the help of the diagram, right? Now we've understood what exactly is happening. There is a circular arrangement with 7 chairs, but the problem is there are 7 chairs, only 4 people to be seated, correct? There are 7 chairs, but only 4 people to be seated. That means there will be 3 empty chairs, right? 3 chairs would be left empty. Perfect? Yeah. Now with this, The situation is they are not sitting idle, they are moving either clockwise or anti-clockwise. They are moving. So let's see how exactly are they moving. But before that, let's have a quick look at the questions. Yeah, what is the number of the chair initially occupied by Bashir? So Bashir sits on which chair number? This is a definite question. Who sits on the chair number 4 at the end of turn 3? So in the third turn, after the third turn is over, who sits on chair number 4? This is also a definite question. Which of the chairs are occupied at the end of turn 6? So occupied means what? Not empty. Where A, B, C and D are seated, they are asking at the end of turn 6, which 4 chairs are occupied? Again, a definite question. And the last one, they're saying, which of the following best describes the friends sitting on chairs adjacent to the one occupied by Bashir at the end of turn 7? So this is kind of shaky. This one is kind of shaky because they're saying best describes. That means there could be multiple cases awaiting for us. Could be, high chances. Okay. So this is an indefinite question type, and even with the options, if you see, Chavi is here as well, Chavi is here as well, Chavi is here as well. Same way, Davis is here as well, Davis is here as well. So options are also a little shaky, but it's okay. Yeah. Yes, Atar, we've already seen this in one of the earlier series, but this was one of the easier sets that were asked in CAT 2025. That's why we're doing it in this series as well, okay? Alright, so from here, I know that this is basically what's happening, right? There's a circular arrangement with 7 chairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect, yes. They're saying that, for example, let's assume that A is seated here, and C is seated here because A and C are to be seated next to each other, and B is seated here because there's nobody here, nobody here. D is seated here because there's nobody here, nobody here. This is just an example, okay? This is just an example of the starting, yes, before the the rounds start, before they start taking turns to go around the chairs, okay? Now what they're saying is the friends take turns moving either clockwise or counterclockwise. The friend who has to move in a turn, so in a turn, whichever friend has to move, occupies the first empty chair, whichever is the first empty chair in whichever direction he or she chooses. For example, if let's say A decides to move now, can you tell me where would A go? Which seat would A go? If he tries to go anti-clockwise, then A can occupy this seat, correct? If he goes anti-clockwise, A can occupy this seat. But if A decides to go clockwise, he obviously cannot occupy this seat because C is seated here. So which will be the seat that he would take? He would end up taking this seat because this is the next empty seat here. Got it? So whichever is the next empty seat, in any direction they feel like they can move, okay? So next they're saying Aslam moves first. So in turn 1, so how exactly this is working is, there is a starting position, okay? Nobody is moving there. People are all sitting idle, okay? Everybody is sitting idle. Then turn 1. When it is turn 1, who's moving? Aslam moves first, okay? So A moves in turn 1, followed by Bashir. So in turn 2, Bashir would move. In turn 3, Chavi would move. In turn 4, Davis would move. Correct? So each of A, B, C, D are moving. Then Aslam moves again. So turn 5, Aslam moves again, followed by Bashir and Chavi. That's it. So Davis is moving only once. Are you getting this? Davis is moving only once. A would move 2 times, B would move 2 times, C would move 2 times in this particular order. Perfect? Done? Do we know in which direction they are moving? We don't know. Do we know in which direction are they initially seated? Here in the starting point, we don't know. So we basically have how many arrangements? We have 8 arrangements to look at. Correct? We have 8 arrangements to look at. The starting point and each of the 7 turns. Perfect? So far good? Now what we have to understand here is in turn 1, when A is moving, what happens to B, C and D? B, C and D, do they move? No. In turn 2, when B is moving, do A, C and D move? No. Here, do A, B and D move? No. Here, do A, B and C move? No. I hope this is clear. Only that particular person moves. Okay. Only that particular person will move. Perfect. Alright. So, with this, what we've understood, that we would have 8 arrangements. And what would be the 8 arrangements? This would be our starting point. Yes, this is before they start moving, right? This is starting where everybody is sitting idle. This will be turn 1. Whose turn will it be? A's turn. This will be turn 2. B's turn. This will be turn 3. C's turn. This will be turn 4. D's turn. Turn 5. A again. Turn 6. B again. And turn 7. C again. D doesn't get to move again. Got it? Yeah. Now, normally what people end up doing is they start numbering the chairs initially. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's not do that because we do not know who's sitting on which chair number at that stage. Okay. So, let's see the first condition. They're saying the 4 friends occupy adjacent chairs only at the end of turn 2 and turn 6. So, turn 2, when it is turn 2, all the 4 people are sitting adjacent to each other. A, B, C, D will be sitting adjacent to each other. No empty chairs between them. Yeah. Same thing happens at the end of turn 6 also. They are all sitting adjacent to each other. Perfect? Yeah. Done. Next they are saying Davis occupies chair 2 after turn 1. So when turn 1 is over, Davis will occupy chair 2 and chair 4 after turn 5. Now the problem is, since we do not know, who's sitting where, we can first assign a place for one of the people and then start numbering from there. What do you say? Would that be a good idea? Yeah. So let's say if here in this situation, if I say this is chair number 2, who will be sitting here at chair number 2? Chair 2 after turn 1, who's sitting? Davis is sitting. So this will be Davis. Automatically this becomes chair 1 because we are going clockwise, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The same stuff happens everywhere then. Now we have successfully numbered the chairs. Yes, we have successfully numbered the chairs. Only thing is we have to be a little patient around it. Yeah. I mean, you can number it earlier also. Nothing wrong with that. You can end up numbering earlier as well. But the only thing is you have to be sure about their seating arrangement. Okay. So I am done numbering all of the 8 arrangements. Yes. I am done numbering all of the 8 arrangements. And where have we placed Davis? Davis is here. Okay. And chair 4. So Davis occupies chair 4 after turn 5. So turn 5, chair number 4 here is where Davis is. Works. This is where Davis will be here. Right. And Chavi occupies chair 7 after turn 2. After turn 2, chair number 7 is whose? Chavi's. Okay. So these 2 conditions we have. Yeah. With the help of this, let's see if we can place the other people also. Now, what do I know? I know that turn 1, who is moving? Only A is moving. B, C, D are not moving. So if B is here, if D is sitting here, D will obviously be sitting here also because turn 1, D has not moved yet. Turn 2, D has not moved yet. Turn 3, D has not moved yet. Only in turn 4, D will move, correct? Only in turn 4, D is going to move, correct? Turn 5, suddenly we see that turn 5, D has moved from seat number 2 to seat number 4. Seat number 4. Did he do it during turn 5? No, he can't because turn 5 is assigned to only A moving, not D. So that means what? D would have moved in his turn, correct, which was turn 4. So this is where D has moved. So can you see D moving now? D was here, seat number 2, seat number 2, seat number 2, seat number 2. When his turn came, when his turn, which is 4th turn, when his round came, he went from 2 to 4. Works? Now, 5th turn is whose turn? A's turn, so D is not moving. 6th turn is B's turn, so D will not be moving. 7th turn is also C's turn, D will not be moving. Works? Everybody clear? So have we successfully placed D throughout all the arrangements? D is done. Yeah. Now what do we know about D in the initial? Starting, what do we know? At the starting, A and C are sitting next to each other. For B and D, there are empty chairs on either side. So for D, there will be empty chairs on either side only during the starting. Yeah, only during the starting. Read this very carefully. In the starting position. Yes, not throughout the arrangement, only during the starting position. Okay. So in the starting position, there is nobody sitting adjacent to D. Perfect. All right. Now let's focus on C because that's the other information that we have, right? We know that C is sitting here at the end of turn 2. Is turn 2 C's turn? Nope. Turn 2 is whose turn? B's turn. So C will end up moving here only. He cannot move here. That means if he is not moving here, he will definitely not be moving here also. So C will be here only. He will not be moving here also. So C would be here only. Perfect. Yes. C has not moved. C has not moved. C will move only from here onwards, 3rd turn onwards. So round 2, round 1 starting position, C's position is fixed at seat number 7. Done. Here I don't know where C will go because ultimately the next stage we don't know where C is, but we'll still wait on it. Okay. Now with C, what do I know? With C, what do I know? A and C are sitting next to each other, correct? So in the starting position, A and C will be sitting next to each other. This seat is empty for sure because adjacent seats to D should be empty. So A will only be seated here. Will A remain at position 6? A will change, correct? Because this is A's turn. Turn 1 is A's turn, so A will move from here. Do you agree with me? So I know initial position of A. Now who's left? Initial position, starting position. I'm done with A, C and D. Only B is left. B can come here, B can come here. But what's the condition with B? Same. Just like D, B also will have empty seats in his adjacent seat. Correct? Nobody would be seating next to. So if B comes here, what happens? This seat is not empty anymore. So this can't be B. This would be B. And eventually we would have what? This also as an empty. So are we done with the initial arrangement, folks? Are we done with the initial arrangement? Now from this, we can definitely answer one question which was asked about initial arrangement. Where is it? Initially occupied by Bashir, we can definitely answer this, correct? Initially occupied by Bashir, we can go ahead and answer this, alright? Alright, moving on. Now since I know that B is here, correct? Is this B's turn? Is turn 1 B's turn? No, it's A's turn. So B will be seated here only. B doesn't change his seat because B has not gotten his turn yet. When will B change his seat? B will change his seat here only. Yeah, B is going to change his seat here. B will no longer be at seat number 4. He'll go at some other seat. We don't know where. Same way for all the other rounds. B is going to move from there on. Okay. Now, let's start focusing on A, right? Let's start focusing on A. One thing I know for sure is what? That round 2 and round 6. Yeah, round 2 and round 6, what's the condition given? All 4 of them are sitting adjacent. Right? All 4 of them are sitting adjacent. So what do I know? If C is here, D is here. If C is here, D is here. One out of A or B should definitely take up the seat. Can this seat be empty, guys? Is this seat allowed to be empty? No. This has to be taken by either A or by B. Correct? This can't be empty because then they can't be adjacent. Yes. So this is either A or B, and one out of seat 3 or seat 6 should be occupied, correct? Because only then I will have it like this. For example, A, C, B, D, or I would have C, A, B, D, B, whatever. They will all be together. Yeah. So seat number either 6712 or 7123 will be occupied. Yes, perfect. In round 2, I know which seats will for sure be empty. Which ones will be empty? For sure, seat number 4, seat number 5 will be empty. Yeah, correct. Because they do not form adjacent. They do not form adjacent with C and D. Can I do the same thing here with round 6? Will I be able to do it here with round 6 just yet? No, I don't think so. It's too early, too premature, right? I don't know other people. So the 4 consecutive seats can be 4, 5, 6, 7, or it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or it can be 3, 4, 5, 6, or it can be 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't want to risk it. We can't touch this yet, but this was helpful for us. I now know that one out of somebody, A or B, should sit at seat number 1. Who can sit at seat number 1? Think about it. Can B come from all the way here? Can B come from all the way here to here? Can he come here? No. Why? Because what will A do? In A's turn, A can either go clockwise, A can either go anti-clockwise or clockwise, correct? If A decides to go anti-clockwise, which seat will he take? Seat number 5, because that's the next empty seat. So A can either be at seat number 5 or A can come down to take seat number 1. Will B ever be able to take seat number 1, guys? Can B ever take up seat number 1? Let's assume A did take seat number 5. Assumption, okay? A is taking seat number 5, just as an assumption. Now whose turn is it? B's turn, correct? So will B go from here? Will B go can this happen, guys? First things first. Can A take seat number 5 first things first? No. Why? Because here seat number 5 is supposed to be empty. A, once he moves here, he is not going to move until his next turn, which is happening where? Here. So A will not move again. That means A has to take seat number 5. Seat number 5 must be empty for sure. So we know A can never take seat number 5, leaving us with A being where? A being exactly at seat number 1. Perfect. So if A is at seat number 1, now what happens if A is at seat number 1? A here will also be at seat number 1 because A's turn. So from here he has moved down to seat number 1. Seat number 1 is A, seat number 1 is A, seat number 1 is A. Here A's seat number will change. Here A's seat number will change because it is A's turn to move. I hope this is clear, okay? So A is almost done. Yeah. First arrangement, round 1, starting point is done. Round 1 is also done. Empty seats, empty seats, empty seats. Yes. Let's go to here. Let's go to this place now. Where is B right now? B is at seat number 4 right now. B is at seat number 4. Can he go anti-clockwise? If he decides to go clockwise, like this, B will take up seat number 5, correct? But can B take up seat number 5? No, seat number 5 is supposed to be empty, mandatorily empty, correct? So if this seat has to be empty, then we know that B cannot go clockwise, B has to come down anti-clockwise, and B has to take up what? Seat number 3. Perfect? So from here, I found out another empty seat as well. Round 2 clear, guys? Everybody? So how are they sitting? C, A, D, B, consecutive, 4 consecutive seats perfectly occupied. Yeah. So we're done with 3 arrangements. Starting point is done. First round is done. Second round is also done. Now you tell me, is B going to change his position? Not anymore. B can change his position only in the 6th round. So here B will be at seat number 3. B will be at seat number 3. B will be at seat number 3 here also. Works? Now let's have a look at this one, right? Let's have a look at this one. Whose turn is it here? Round 3, whose turn? C's turn, correct? It is C's turn. What do we know about C? C was here initially, correct? Round 2, C was here. C has to move where now? C has to move where? If he decides to go clockwise, where will C go? C cannot come seat number 1 because A has taken it. Cannot come to seat number 2 because D has taken it. Cannot come to seat number 3 because B has taken it. Will have to end up coming at seat number 4. Now think about it. Can C take up seat number 4? Why not? Because they've clearly told us that the 4 friends occupy adjacent chairs only at the end of turn 2 and turn 6. So only turn 2 and turn 6 they should be adjacent. Turn 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 1 and starting point cannot be adjacent. Yes. So here this makes it adjacent. Correct? This makes it adjacent. But this is against our rules. Round 3 cannot be adjacent. So C cannot come there then. That means C cannot go anti-clockwise, right? C cannot go clockwise. So C has to go anti-clockwise now. So C going anti-clockwise will make C sit where? At seat number 6. Perfect. Atharv, seat number 6, no? From 7, C is already at 7, boss. C is already at 7. C has to go to seat number 6 now, anti-clockwise. Works? Yeah. So C comes up here. Now C will not change his position ever again until 7th round again. Okay. So C will be at seat number 6, seat number 6, seat number. Here C will change his position again. Cool. Are we done with round 3? Yes. A, B, C, D, done. I can also mark the empty seats if I have to. 1, 2, 3, empty seat. Works? Now whose turn is it again? It's D's turn, but D is sorted. Yeah, D is already sorted. This arrangement completely done. Round 4 is automatically sorted. We didn't have to sit and focus on round 4 separately. It got automatically sorted. Round 4 is also done. Empty, empty, empty. Yeah. Let's move to round 5 now. Tell me, where can A go, guys? A is at position 1. A is at position 1. A can decide to go clockwise or can go anti-clockwise. That means A can take seat 7 or A can take seat 2. Both are empty. 7 and 2 both are empty. Correct? 7 and 2 both are empty. Now wherever A decides to go, whether he takes up seat number 2 or seat number 7, wherever A decides to go, we know for sure that here one person must come between D and C. Why? Because round 6 is what? Everybody adjacent. Yeah. So one out of A or B should definitely come here. Do you agree, guys? Can A come here? Can you guys tell me, can A ever come here? Seat number 5? No. A can only go to seat number 7 or seat number 2. After this round, A is not moving only. So can A come at seat number 5? No. That means this seat is for sure B seat. For sure B seat. Now since I have to make sure that they are adjacent, it has to be either seat number 7 or seat number 3 for A. Can A ever come to seat number 3? No. It is occupied by B. Here also it is occupied by B. So A can never come at seat number 3. That means we know that A will for sure be at seat number 7 only. So here also A would be at seat number 7. Perfect. So are we done with 5th round? Yes. Are we done with 6th round? Yes. Can I also mark up the empty seats? Yes. 1 empty, 2 empty, 3 empty. What about here? 1 empty, 2 empty, 3 empty. How about here now? What happens here? Who's changing his seat? Only C is changing. So B is not going to change it. A is not going to change it. Only C has to change his seat. Agreed? What about C? What about C? C can go either clockwise. So if C decides to go clockwise, C can come at where? Seat number 1, correct? So seat number 1 can be occupied by C. It is a possibility. What's the other possibility for C? C can take anti-clockwise and come to seat number 3 also. So 3 can also be taken by C. Now because we don't have anything else to verify, and if you notice, when C is here also they are not sitting consecutively. When C is here also they are not sitting consecutively. So with C we will end up getting multiple cases. Yeah. So if C decides to come at seat number 1, then this will be an empty seat. If C decides to come at seat number 3, then 1 is going to be an empty seat. So 2 cases for C we are getting. Seat number 6 is empty for sure. Seat number 2 is empty for sure. Between seat number 3 and seat number 1, there will be 2 cases. One where C is sitting and the other where it is empty. Done. Is this a complicated question? Not really. If you understand how circular arrangements work, it may seem lengthy, right? It may seem lengthy, but it is not difficult. It is not complicated. It is not a set that you should skip when it comes to a test like CAT. Why? Because circular arrangements were very well versed. And since it's kind of puzzle based also, we know where to compare it with. We know that we have round 2 to compare it with, round 6 to compare it with, because they are sitting adjacent. So what did we learn from this set, guys? Number 1, if you are getting multiple arrangements, it's always safe to sit and make all those multiple arrangements. Number 2, whatever conditions you have, make sure that you write it explicitly. Round 2, B's turn, written explicitly. All of them should be seated adjacent, written explicitly. That way what happens is when you start solving it, you don't have to look at your monitor screen anymore because you're doing everything right there on your paper. Yeah. Rajal, of course, right? Of course you would have to, because then how will you know clockwise, anti-clockwise? You will get confused, no, Rajal? I hope that makes sense. Yeah. It's always safe to make these arrangements, because how else will you know that they are moving clockwise or anti-clockwise? Because there was some trial error also, right? With A also we did trial error, with B also we did trial error, with C, with D we did trial error. So it is always safe that you have the arrangements done. Okay. So for sure I will agree it is a time consuming set. Yes, it is a time consuming set, but is it difficult though? Not really. Yeah. So with this, we are done with all the 8 arrangements. We can jump around and quickly answer the questions. Can you answer the first one, guys, real quick? What is the number of the chair initially occupied by Bashir? So initially, Bashir had occupied which seat? Seat number 4. Done. This is my answer. Second, who sits on chair number 4 at the end of turn 3? So at the end of turn 3, starting 1, 2, 3, at the end of turn 3, who's seated on seat number 4? Nobody is. And this also is kind of a brownie. You know why? Because once we know that B was seated here, B has to move from here, correct? So this ends up being an empty chair, and because here all of them are adjacent, for anybody to come to seat number 4, it would have to be C's turn, and C would have to end up going anti-clockwise, coming here again and making adjacent seats again. So that way again you could have said that the answer for this one is no one. No one is seated at seat number 4 when it comes to turn 3. Works? True, Atharv. Agreed, man. Agreed. Time consuming, yes, for sure. But then it is not too complicated. It is at least something that you can understand and give it a shot. Yeah. Which of the chairs are occupied at the end of turn 6? So turn 6, this is turn 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is turn 6 here. They're asking which of the chairs are occupied. Which are occupied? Seat number 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the chairs that are occupied. Works? No, Aparna, they haven't said you cannot skip an empty chair, but then they have explicitly said that, see, The friend who has to move in a turn occupies the first empty chair. So whichever is the first empty chair, they will occupy that. Yes. Indirectly, they are trying to say that you can't skip an empty chair. I hope, Aparna, that makes sense. Alright. Moving on to the next question, the last one. Which of the following best describes the friends sitting on chairs adjacent to the one occupied by Bashir at the end of turn 7? Turn 7, Bashir is here. Who's sitting adjacent to Bashir? Who's seated adjacent to Bashir? On one end, there is Davis. On the other end, there is nobody. So it has to be only Davis. Yes. Turn 7, adjacent to Bashir is only Davis, nobody else. The other side is empty. So answer C, Davis only. Works? Yeah. So complicated set? No. Time consuming set? For sure. Should you attempt this in the test or not? Completely depends upon how much confidence you have in circular arrangements, number one. Number two, how well are you ready to give the time that is required for this, right? Because you will have to sit and make the 8 arrangements. You will have to do some trial error also. That means you have to be physically and mentally, you must have that stamina to go ahead and do that. Yeah. Perfect, man. Very well, Athar. Superb. So with this, we are done with this set as well. So this was our second easy set, a doable set when it comes to CAT 2025 slot 1, right? We will be doing many such sessions like this. You can join this Telegram group. I will be sharing the link for the upcoming sessions there. We will be doing this every Friday till we finish most of the easy PYQs. Okay, done? Shall we end the session then? All right, folks. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I will see you real soon. All the best. Cheers.